I'm getting there, buddy. Hey everybody, what's up? Now, last night I did a video in my response to The Miz winning the WWE Championship last night by cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, I didn't see Raw. I was going to. Honestly, I was. To see the fallout from Survivor Series, but I didn't see it because because of personal reasons, and I'm not going to mention what those are. But anyway, I'm here to do a video, which like I said, I did last night, but I deleted that one because it wasn't too good. And also, I just watched a little bit of Pacifist's video, not all of it, but a little bit of it, on his rant of Miz not being his champion. Now, I can understand that there are some people out there that are not happy about the fact that The Miz is the new WWE Champion. There's a lot of people that feel as though that Miz winning this championship the way he did last night is just proving we're going to have another weak title reign. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. From what I have noticed, I never said this before, but I have noticed that every time, ever since Money in the Bank became part of the WWE, ever since Money in the Bank became part of WWE's stable, every time we have a Money in the Bank winner, that person is being evaluated. That's right, it's called evaluation. Now you might be asking yourself, well, what do you mean by that, Brian? What do you mean by evaluation? Let me put it to you like this. Say let's take my experiences. When I used to work at Burger King, it took me about 1.5 years, but I finally became a manager at Burger King. That's right, I finally became a manager. And as manager, you're evaluated. You're evaluated by the top brass to see if you're ready for that position. Now, at first, I looked like I was ready because I was always there doing opening hours because I was a breakfast manager, and slowly I became both, a breakfast manager and a shift manager. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. Now, again, I was being evaluated. Now, like I said, at first it looked like I was on the verge of being a manager for a long time. But unfortunately, due to some circumstances, that wasn't meant to be, and I failed the evaluation. And what happened? I went from having the yellow and blue uniforms of managers back to having the red uniform of a crew member. That's right. That's what happened. I went back to being a crew member because I failed the evaluation. And that is exactly what these Money in the Bank cash-ins, depending on how you look at them, are. When a superstar cashes in Money in the Bank and goes on to be a champion, they are being from that moment, they are being evaluated. From the moment they become champion, they are being evaluated. That's right. The moment the WWE Brass comes up to that Money in the Bank winner and says, tonight you're going to cash in your briefcase, that's the moment they know not only are they going to become the champion, but that's also the moment that the WWE Brass starts evaluating them to see if they're ready to carry that title of being champion. Take a look at Edge, for example. When Edge was the very first Money in the Bank winner, right? He spent nearly almost 1 year before he cashed in Money in the Bank. But what happened? After he cashed it in, he lost it 2 weeks later. Now some might say it was to show that it was to, storyline-wise, show that Edge wasn't ready to be champion. That he was more of an opportunist that always took the shortcuts, took a shortcut or took the easy way out, or took the easy way to a championship. That might be true, part of that might be true, but to me, it's also about the fact that Edge was being evaluated, and in those 2 weeks, after Well, possibly in the first 24 hours as champion, Edge kind of didn't really do so well in the evaluation as far as I could see, and that's why he lost the title back to John Cena at the Royal Rumble. Because you would think that Edge, being someone that never held the title, they'd want to hold on to it to at least maybe WrestleMania. That wasn't the case. I don't know what the circumstances was, but I'm pretty sure within the first 24 hours, maybe the first week or so, Edge proved not ready in the eyes of the WWE Brass, not ready to be the champion, so he failed his first evaluation. Right? Now he did prove, just like another person I'll talk about in a little bit, he did prove later on through some of his matches with a lot of other people, through some of his matches, especially his hardcore match with Mick Foley at WrestleMania, that he was ready to take that next step. And so what did WWE do later that year? They put the title back on Edge. That's what they did. They put the title back on Edge, and he kept it for a little longer. Because he proved during the time that he didn't have the championship that he was ready. He was finally ready to have another shot. And by getting that second opportunity of being champion, he proved he was main event material, he was championship material, no matter how you looked at it. Now, let's take a look at the following year. Mr. Anderson, or Kennedy as he was known in the WWE, won Money in the Bank. Now, I don't know what the circumstances were. Some say it was injury. That's mostly what played in it, or played a part in it. That's true. That is true. But I believe it's not just because of injury. I also believe it was because because Anderson, when he was in WWE, he had everything. He had the entire total package. But I guess something happened, not just injury-wise, but something happened backstage or on screen or something like that, which caused him to fail an evaluation test as the Money in the Bank winner before he even cashed in. So what did they do? They gave it back to Edge because Edge had already proven that he was ready. I know that doesn't make sense, but even as the Money in the Bank winner and holder of that briefcase, you're being evaluated. Now, Edge went on to cash in and beat The Undertaker and hold the world title for a lot longer than he held the WWE title the first time he cashed in Money in the Bank. Then, let's take a look at CM Punk. CM Punk waited a few months to cash in his briefcase. He cashed it in against Edge, won the world title, brought the world title to Raw, and what happened? He held on to the title up until September of that year. And why? I think it was September of that year. I'm not really sure. Can't remember when Night of Champions was. Whether it was a month later or what. I have to look that up. Hold on for a second. And if I do this video in 2 parts, I apologize. But anyway, like I said, when CM Punk's first title reign came around, CM Punk, I think lost it about, I think CM Punk lost it in September, I believe, of that year. I could be wrong. I'm going to look it up right now. Okay, I'm looking him up right now. I'm looking him up right now. Trying to get to his WWE career here. No, it's around here somewhere. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, he did hold on to it to at least September. That's what I found out. It says here he held on to it to at least September, which was at Unforgiven, when he was attacked backstage by Legacy. Now, he like I said, he held on to that title that long. And by doing so, even though it was like from June, July, August, September, which was 4 months, to me a near 4 month reign proves that you have passed that evaluation test and that you are ready, and that you have, by passing that evaluation test, you have established yourself as a main eventer. Now, CM Punk would win the title, would win Money in the Bank the following year. As a matter of fact, I'll look that up again. Yeah, he won it. He won the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 25 for the second time. And then at Extreme Rules, which I believe was in April of that year, of last year I should say, he cashed in against Jeff Hardy to become the champion. Now, Punk held on to that title for at least 2 months. Two and a half months, I believe. Well, actually I think about 3 months, I'm pretty sure. So by holding on to it for a total of 7 months, yeah, it was July 26, it says here. So holding on to it for at least 7 months, and then regaining it about a month later or so, but holding on to it for at least 7 months together on both Money in the Bank cash-ins proves that CM Punk was ready to be the champion. Was again, for the second year in a row, proved that he was ready to be in the main event, be an established superstar. Excuse me for a second. Okay, it proved, like I said, he was ready to be an established superstar. Now, this year, we had Jack Swagger cash in Money in the Bank. Now, Jack Swagger cashed in, won Money in the Bank this year, cashed it in that same week, and beat Chris Jericho. Now, Jack Swagger held on to it for about maybe 2 months, because he lost it at the Fatal 4-Way. Now, why did he hold on to it for just 2 months? Because apparently, unlike CM Punk, he failed his evaluation. In fact, you can go online and people have reported that the WWE Brass even looked at the fact that Jack Swagger was not ready yet. And that's why Jack Swagger lost his championship in the Fatal 4-Way. And I'll be back in a little bit.